heard her cry echoes around. The simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. And sorrow's tender embrace, this was never meant to happen. The light of the day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside of us. I am here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. Oh, all the pain and sadness, let it be. Believe in me, hold me close, don't never let me go. Come and stay with me forever. Magic lives so long as I am here.
Alright, after that anime opening, basically, a lot of visual novels tend to do that. Hello and welcome to Cinderella Phenomenon. It's a otome game by Dicesuki, if you saw there. And I don't know, it has a lot of like interesting reviews on Steam, and I believe it's also available on itch.io, where it's not just your typical otome game, you know. If you didn't know otome game, you know, basically you are like a female main character and you basically romance a bunch of B shonens, right? But I think, like I've heard, like it's actually pretty good, not just as a otome game, but also in plot in general. But yeah, so let's see. I don't know. Let's see what it's all about. That's why it's a bit laggy in the mid menu. I don't know how to fix that, but I think it's fine. Let's just start. Go. Basically playing Renpy. I know how to visual novel, so no thank you. I think I know. I mean, I think they showed just the basic controls. Yeah, let's start. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. One was the crystallum Lucis, protected by the ruler of the fairies. Okay, crystallum. The other was the crystallum Tenebrarum, which was watched over by the high leader of the witches. The Lucis was sustained by love, happiness, and joy. The Tenebrarum, I don't know how to say it, Tenebrarum, was controlled by fear, anger, and hatred. Okay, it's the light side and the dark side. The fairies and the witches live in harmony with the humans of the kingdom. They regulated the powers of the crystals in order to maintain balance between darkness and light. For there could be no joy without sadness, no courage without fear. The kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day, a traveling bard decided to write stories, tales of the magic and wonders of the kingdom. He named these stories fairy tales. In fairy tales, the light always emerges victorious, and true love was a usual reward. Like in the tale of Cinderella. The fairy tales spread further than could have been predicted. The humans of the kingdom began to believe that fairy tales were true, and that the magic of the witches was inherently wicked and cruel. The witches became hated and feared. Eventually, they were hunted like animals. The witch hunt. I don't know if that's how it is. I don't know how that, like, I don't believe that's how it was in real life, but like, you know, a bunch of fairy tales that somehow made witches evil and then we burned the witches. I think it was more about superstition than anything else. But anyway, the high leader of the witches, in all of her anger, created the fairy tale curse. I guess in this world, you know, that's what happened. You think we are wicked? So be it. Just as you have taken our happily ever afters, we shall take yours. Okay? The witches used the fairy tale curse to attack humans indiscriminately, ultimately throwing the kingdom into chaos and darkness. Fairy tale curse. The ruler of the fairies, the Lucis bearer, sought to regain peace. But the witches were blinded by their hatred for humans, who were responsible for the witch genocide. A terrible war, the Great War, began. Eventually, the Tenebrarum bearer, the high leader of the witches, was finally defeated. The Tenebrarum was lost, peace was restored, and light was once again triumphed. But darkness can never fully disappear. It waits in the shadows, patient for when its time will inevitably return. Sign here, contract. Yeah, I guess I guess one of the features of the game, you can, you know, make your own name, like, oh, I don't know, it could be Sam, you know, but I'm gonna keep it, you know, the same. I think it's Lucette, right? Hopefully I didn't spell it wrong when I, you know, backspace and typed it in again. I think it was Lucette, right? That's the main character. I'm just gonna keep it as that. And yeah. Prologue, the princess. The glass slipper. My name is Lucette Riella Breton, daughter of the King Gennaro Breton III. Okay? I am the crown princess of the kingdom of Angiol. At least that was who I used to be. But that was before yesterday, when I became a victim of the infamous fairy tale curse. Yeah, what is it exactly? It caused the Great War and everything, but what does it do exactly? Like, does it just cause bad things to happen? She looks like she's in ragged clothes and everything, so I don't know. Everyone has forgotten my birthright. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. Just a degenerate pleb. I feel like I'm stuck in a nightmare. But no, this is my reality now. I still have no idea what I must do to break the curse. I close my eyes and I remember that day. It had started out like any other day. Okay, flashback. Ooh. Have you heard another person was cursed? Okay, Maid A. Yeah, with Lucette. We are fancily dressed. We are our princess. I am on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sound of hushed voices. There are two maids standing next to each other with brooms in hand. They don't have eyes, so that proves that they're not important characters. These two are slacking off again. That's terrible. What fairy tale curse was it? They say it was Pinocchio. Pinocchio? Okay, interesting. That how it works? I guess in this world where magic is real and witches are real, I guess fairy tale curses make fairy tales into reality, I guess? But Pinocchio, the fairy tale of the lying boy whose nose grows longer, that's awful. You know, more and more people have been getting cursed lately. You think those wicked witches are up to something again? I thought the fairy tale curses would stop after you-know-who was defeated. Like he or she, I don't know, she or he who shall not be named. You two were hired to work, not talk. We're sorry, Your Highness. As can only be expected from the likes of them. Another fairy tale curse. The fairy tale curse started spreading even before the Great War began. I do not have much interest in its effects even now. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess that's how you save. You click on the glass slipper. I didn't know that. At least that's the main menu anyway. Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't have much interest in the effects even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. The victims are weak. Yes, the strong survive. The weak must, you know, serve the strong or something. Are we a villain? It seems like it. Angel will be better off without dead weight, at least in the beginning anyway. Maybe like a bit, I don't know, bit of an asshole. If it were up to Mother, the curse would have been banished from the angel the instant they fell prey to it. But Mother's not here anymore. She will not come back ever. Princess, the king and queen are waiting in the dining hall. I'm on my way. The king, Ophelia, and Rod are all present in the dining hall. Someone is conspicuously missing, but I ignore their absence. Good morning, Lucette. Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning, Lucette. Ophelia. I guess I'm king and queen, or I don't know. Lucette. Ophelia. Ophelia wouldn't solve. Every day I wonder why my father, the king, married a lowly baker. Common peasants. Ironic, because we do learn that she becomes a peasant later on. She could never be a true queen, for she pales in comparison to Mother. Mother's dead, unless you want your king to mother like a dead corpse. I don't know if that's possible. I take my seat next to the king, then look up at the person sitting opposite me. It's Len Kagamine. Rod Benedict Widensov, my stepbrother, is bored and quiet as usual. I feel like this is a setup. You know, stepbrother, you know, they're not related by blood. He is 2 years my junior as the younger of Ophelia's children. He is mute and uses a plush bunny to voice his thoughts. Okay. Interesting. who was apparently given to him by a fairy. So I guess the puppet is, magic maybe? I mean, yeah, we're in the world of magic. Medieval fantasy, sort of stuff, standard fare. He minds his own business and is easy to deal with. But his older sister, my eyes go to the empty seat beside him. She's probably the most infuriating person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading and forgot the time. And here she is. Good morning, dear father, mother. Good morning, Rod. And good morning to you, Lucette. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? She's so optimistic and happy. Emmeline wouldn't sob. Rod's elder sister, my stepsister. She acts as if we are blood, as if she too were born a princess, as if she could be crown princess, perhaps to steal my place. I would never let that happen. I'll kill her if that happens, but now that everyone is here, let us begin. Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast. So, Emmeline, you were reading the fairytale books that the king brought you? Oh yes, there are so many, and they're all so wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Father. I'm happy that you like them. You can read? That's amazing. Considering they're peasants, right? But again, she's what was her mother? Like the baker. So she's not exactly like a peasant. It's not like a typical farming peasant, more like a tradesman, right? A skilled tradesman, which is tends to be like middle class, in the context of the medieval fantasy or whatever. Skilled tradesmen, they're like one level above normal peasants, so it's not like they're super peasants. I love them. It's so strange that the library didn't have any of them to begin with. Oh, that was Emmeline again. It's still strange that they didn't have. I don't know. Sometimes when I assume it's the other person talking because I see them on the scene, but actually it was Emmeline. It's so strange the library didn't have any of them to begin with. That's because Mother hated them. She had all the books burned. Reading is for losers. But why? They're such charming stories. Fairy tales mislead humans into believing they can have things they do not deserve. Fame, riches, love, happily ever afters. I wonder if her disdain against fairy tales might have something to do with her mother's death, considering fairy tale curses are real. And when their wishes do not come to fruition exactly as they want them to, the humans blame the witches for granting them in the first place. What are you implying about the witches, Lucette? The atmosphere shifts, the air in the room growing heavy. I continue to eat. Nom nom nom. Perhaps witches are not responsible for the evil in this world. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall. Have you any idea what you're talking about, child? Witches have caused nothing but pain and suffering to this kingdom. Even now, they still spread the fairy tale curse to our innocent subjects. The truth is, I know very little about the time the witches had free reign over Angel. I was very young then, and Mother forbade me to leave the palace, sometimes even my own room. I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. Mother kept me away from everyone, and so I cannot bring myself to care. Screw them. How do you know the curses are innocent? Our people have been toiling day and night to rebuild Angel after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation. I am endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. Every day I wonder what your mother taught you about. Leave Mother out of this. Dear, please. Lucette, darling, your father didn't mean to. I'm not one of your children, Ophelia. I do not need your sympathy. Aye. Lucette, you will show your mother respect. She's not my mother. I set down my fork and knife and said, oh no, drama. Oops, sorry. I guess I accidentally hit the scroll wheel. I kind of I guess you can do that and go back. Yeah. Well, I set down the fork and knife and stand up. I'm done, excuse me. Good day. My father and I have never got on, but our relationship has significantly worsened since he married the baker. My father, the king, it's been 17 years and I've never felt any love from him. He treats Emmeline and Rod, who only entered our life 1 year ago, like his own children. Maybe it's because they are his own children and he's been cheating on your mother, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that could be a thing. Kings do have, what are they called? Actually, I forget what they call concubines. Yeah, concubines. Kings do have concubines, you know. And sometimes when the queen dies, they'll just marry the concubine. Maybe that's a thing. No better than he has ever treated me. This has been my life ever since Mother passed away 4 years ago. Mother was the only one that was there for me when no one else was. If it wasn't for the accident during the Great War, she would still be here. Why the sorrow face so early in the morning, princess? Okay, man. Who is this man? Is it a Bishonen? Yes. Bishonen. It's kind of like, well, it reminds me of Archer, I guess. White hair, tan skin, Archer from Fate Stay Night. But I guess he doesn't have his slick back hair, so it's not exactly Archer. Well, let me guess, it's the king, the queen, or Princess Emmeline? Or is it all of the above? I ignore his question. Fritz, what are you doing here so early? I'm running some errands for my father. It's Gerald Alden Leverton. Everyone has a fancy name, doesn't it? Some of the highest knight of the Order of Caldera. His father, Sir Alcaster, has served the royal family for many years. Sir Alcaster is one of the king's most trusted advisors. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays. You should wait in the throne room then. Oh, thank you. Princess? Yes? You know, I haven't seen you smile once since I met you. Why is that of any importance? Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, princess. Well, I won't take up more of your time. I'll see you at 10. 10? Oh, don't tell me you've forgotten. Forgotten what? You're going to town today, remember? I deflate as the realization dawns upon me. It's been 2 days since the king issued the order. Lucette, I would like you to accompany Emmeline on one of her town outings. Surely you could send maids with her instead. I would not have requested you to accompany her if I was going to send her with her maids. I want you to make an effort to get along with your sister. Stepsister. She is your sister, you would treat her and blood as if they were your own blood. 2 days from now, you're going to accompany Emmeline outside. It has been 4 years since you last left the palace. Ever since then, you have locked yourself away. You barely leave your room. You're becoming a hikikomori. Angela was in the grip of war back then, but now the kingdom is safe and back to its former glory. I want you to see how beautiful Angel really is. Lucette, a princess, must know her kingdom. Go with Emmeline and she will show you the town that you only ever see through your windows. Is that an order? If it needs to be. Are we clear? Lucette? Understood. The last time I left the palace was 4 years ago, when the king took me with him to check on the people after the Great War had ended. I shake my head, removing myself from the memory. I don't know where because I need to click to go to the next text box. I don't know where to place my mouse. That doesn't cover anything important. I guess just here. I'm safe here. Princess, are you alright? It won't be that bad. The townsfolk are good people. How can you be so sure? Times have changed. People change. That's precisely the problem. Mother never changed. Mother loved me until the very end. I don't know, maybe we'll... I don't know, Mother seems to be very important. I wonder if we learn more about her later on. Maybe she's not so much of a role model to Lucette as she thinks she is. I don't know. She seems like, the perfect mother, good in every way. And that seems suspicious to me. Well, sometimes change is for the better, princess. I think you'll see that today. If you excuse me, I shall see you later. Goodbye. Delora, okay, is this big head? It looks like a doll. Do you think the witches are capable of bringing back the dead? I wish you could talk to me, you and the others. My dolls are my only friends. Me and my anime figurines. No. They're the only ones I can trust. Unlike humans, they will never betray me. Because they're not sentient beings. They will never hurt me. They will always be there for me. The moment I saw Delora, I knew she was special. with her like big head and small body, like a chibi. She was different, so elegant and realistic, and it was almost as if she was breathing. That would actually be kind of creepy. I don't know. It's kind of creepy. She was a gift from the king on my 17th birthday. I only started receiving dolls from him when Mother passed away. Mother does not believe in birthday celebrations, but every year at midnight, a letter would appear under my door. It would contain instructions leading me through the palace on an adventure to a room filled with gifts, cakes, and sweets. A child's dream. I've been fascinated by the dolls, which had always held a little greeting card. A card of the words I love you on it, signed by M. A card would tell me to keep those celebrations a special secret, but I didn't need to be told that. Signed by M? Wait. Who? I thought the letters were from... I mean, yeah, it was a gift from the king. The king... What's his name? Like, sorry, M? I can't remember now. What was the king's name again? Let's go back. Let's go through the log. This is what the log for. I mean, King... Naro? I can't... It's kind of hard to read cursor sometimes. But yeah, I don't think that's an M. I don't think it's from her father. But apparently, I mean, again, she got the lore from her father, but every midnight after that, I guess, and every year at midnight, I guess she's been receiving other gifts from someone named M. Wait, who's her stepsister? It's Emmeline, right? No, okay, that's not M either. I was thinking maybe it's her stepsister. That would make sense. She seems so loving, you know, despite not having, you know, returning that love. Maybe she just loves her sister. Maybe not. I don't know. M. What does M mean? I don't know. Have we met at M yet? I don't remember. Well, the card would tell me to keep those celebrations a special secret. I didn't even be told that. Mother always found a way to show me she still cared, in her own way. The secret celebrations had stopped as soon as she had disappeared. Oh wait, okay, maybe I'm confusing it. Wait, what? Oh, okay, it's from Mother. That's what it is? Huh. Okay, I didn't realize, because I thought it was after these like weird, I guess, you know, birthday celebrations, you know, special celebrations were after the mother passed away, but it was before. Okay, it was before, and then after she passed away, there's no more of these secret celebrations, and it's only, you know, just dolls from her father now, or something. Okay. Yes. Excuse me, Your Highness, the king has requested your presence. It's better not be another lecture. Tell him I'm on my way. Bow. I will see you later, Delora. Oh, good morning, Your Highness. Sir Mithros. Sir Mithros, the royal advisor, okay? Father trusts him a great deal, just like he does Sir Alcaster. You know, every time there's a royal advisor, there's always kind of suspicious. They're always like spies for some reason. Spy masters or spies from the other country, I don't know. Every day you look more and more like your mother. I sometimes find Sir Mithros talking to Mother's portrait when he thinks no one is looking. He must have admired her a lot, but I cannot bring myself to think highly of him. There's something about him that puts me on edge, you know? It might be maybe a little beauty mark on his, like, face? I don't know. Are you on your way to see the king? I shall not keep you then. Until our next meeting, dear princess. Okay, totally not evil. Your Majesty. Lucette, are you ready? You will enjoy this, Lucette. I've heard the toy shop has lovely dolls. This will be good for you. You will get to know your sister better, and you will be able to interact with and learn about the people, Angel, about our subjects. I will not learn anything I do not already know. Why do you always believe that the people around you are incapable of good? Because I've seen how quickly people will betray and manipulate each other to get what they want. Mother warned me about human nature. You do not see clearly, Lucette. If you would only open your eyes, you would be able to see how good people really are. I believe I am already quite capable of seeing the true nature of people. After all, I have seen that there's no good in you. Lucette, where were you when I needed you for 4 years ago? Where have you been ever since? Back then, I've been overflowing with grief and pain. I just lost Mother, my entire world. I'd hoped that maybe he would have shown me love and compassion. Even just a hug to let me know someone was there. It had been a childish hope. I've been left alone. I did not see him for months. I barely even heard his voice. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. This is what you've taught me, Your Majesty. I know that I've hurt you. I know there's nothing I can do to atone for what I did. But please, Ophelia and her children are not part of that. They do not deserve to be hated. In the end, they still matter more to him than I ever did. Lucette. Enough. I've already said I would go. Everyone is waiting outside. I shudder at the thought of leaving the palace after so many years. Literally a shut-in. Lucette, it will be okay. How can you be so sure? Thank you for agreeing to accompany Emmeline. I would not disobey an order from the king. Excuse me. Pine toy? Toy tree? Is that what it is? Okay. Hello, how can I help? Viorica. Emmeline, Princess Emmeline, how good to see you. I trail Emmeline, ignoring her as she embraces her friend. Ew, friends. Weird. I glance around the small shop. The dolls displayed are nowhere near the quality of the ones in my room. I cannot understand why Emmeline insists that she buys gifts for her friends here when she's wearing a robe, I guess. Reminds me of well, it looks like a big blanket to me. She's wearing like a big blanket. I cannot believe I am outside the palace. Oh, there's no need to be so tense, Princess. I would never let anything happen to you. Your only job is to relax and enjoy yourself. You ask the impossible of me. There's no need to be so formal, Viorica. I'm still the same as I was. Oh yes, Rod's come along as well. It's been a while, Viorica. Or, the puppet, I guess? Been a while, Viorica? He's mute, right, if I remember correctly? It's good to see you again too, Rod. And I must introduce you to Her Highness, the Crown Princess Lucette. The look on Viorica's face as she takes a step back from me is all too familiar. Fear. My apologies for being so rude, Your Highness. Good morning. This is Sir Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald? Gerald? Fitzgerald? I don't know. Sir Fritz. Sir Alcaster's son. It's a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Oh, you're Sir Fitzgerald? You really are as handsome as Emmeline described in her letters. I'm sorry. Oh, please don't mind her, Sir Fritz. Fitzgerald. I don't know. Is it Gerald? Is it hard G? A soft G? Fitzgerald? Fitzgerald? I don't know how to say. I'm sorry, Emmeline. Right. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so what brings you all the way here? Oh, I'm here to get some toys. Gifts for some new friends. Toys from here? Are you sure? Of course I am. I cross my arms. I would prefer we finish this errand as quickly as possible. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Princess, I can barely breathe in here. I just want to go back to the palace. Okay. Someone comes in. Corset. Good morning. Up until this point, I always considered Mother to be the fairest beauty in the land. The lady that walks in proves me wrong. Oh, is she that beautiful? I don't know. Her beauty's mesmerizing and clear without peer. I don't know, maybe. Everyone in the shop is openly staring. Oh, you're early today, ma'am. I have some important errands to run later today. Are the items ready now? Oh, of course. Let me go and fetch them for you. I'll just be one moment, Emmeline. Why is she smiling at me? Oh, here you are, ma'am. Oh, thank you. Okay, see ya. I think I saw that. I think I know who that is. We saw that in the opening. Anyway. That lady was beautiful. Right? Any girl standing next to her becomes hopelessly ugly by comparison. Who is she? She's new around town. Some say that she's a fairy. Fairy? Fairies had saved Angel from the witches 4 years ago. Everyone considered them our saviors. Yet the fairies are still unable to stop a fairy tale curse from spreading. I don't know, fairy tale curse, fairies. I don't know. Maybe they're the evil ones. Here you go. Thank you so much. No, thank you, Viorica. I hope to drop by again soon. Good. I'll look forward to seeing you again. I hope to see you again soon as well, Rod. Likewise. Or how should he sound? I mean, he's using the puppet, right? So it's like, likewise, or something. It's like a funny voice. Likewise. Leaving the palace was a bad idea. While I'm out, I'm in the center of attention. Some townsfolk point and stare at me. Most, however, make a point of avoiding me. Like I am the plague. I don't know, maybe you're wearing that weird blanket on your, on your body? I don't know. There's some spiteful stares, but thankfully none are nearly as intense as they were 4 years ago. I'm sure the townsfolk are only surprised to see you again after so many years. Right. Fritz and Rod lag behind us, which leaves only Emmeline walking beside me. I cannot decide which is worse, the staring or her company. Oh, Lucette, look, a street performance. It's been so long since I last watched one. Street performance? Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Waltz, and I'm here to spread some happiness and magic. Petals. The boy named Waltz snaps his fingers and colorful flower petals start to rain down from the sky. Clap, clap, clap. Isn't that pretty, Lucette? And are those the princesses over there? It's an honor to have you in attendance. Please accept this humble gift. He snaps his fingers and white lilies appear in his hand. White lily reminds me of, well, Yuri, I guess. Well, thank you. The boy looks at me as if expecting some kind of reaction. When he gets nothing from me, he sighs and gives me a wry smile. I hope to see you again during my next show. We'll definitely try. He gracefully bows before moving into this area to perform more magic tricks for a gathering crowd. I am a magician. With cross earrings? Like, is he... I don't know, is he a religious boy? There are performers like this all around Angel. I love them. Maybe someday we'll get to see some musicians too. Those are my favorite. I do not intend to leave the palace again. But you don't like it out here? Rod and I grew up here. I love Angel, and this is my favorite part of the kingdom. I wanted to share this with you, Lucette. I know you didn't really want to come, but you still tagged along. That means a lot to me, so thank you. I did not do this for you. I'm only here because the king ordered me to go with you. I just want us to be closer, Lucette. I would like to try to become your friend. I do not want or need your friendship. No matter how you act around me, we are not and will never be sisters. But I don't know, is there like a Yuri route? Maybe we could... I don't know. Because it always seems like, we always start off like as tense rivals, but then maybe it turns into something else. I don't know, love and hate or two sides of the same coin. But I don't think there's a Yuri route. I think it's just, just straight otome. I take care to remember that if I were you. But Rod suddenly grabs my hand, pulling me away from Emmeline. Stop. He's staring daggers. I don't know how he's supposed to sound like. I don't know. I think this is the first time I've ever seen him angry. Rod, don't. I'm just gonna assume, I don't know, again, I thought his puppet talks for him, right? But maybe his normal voice still comes through with the puppet, so it's just just normal guy voice. I don't know. Let me go. Both of you ought to stay away from me. I feel the heavy atmosphere as I turn to look at the people staring at us. Their expression mirrored the looks of disdain I saw years ago. Anger, disgust, hatred, it all leads to the dark side. I began to walk away. Princess, wait. Don't follow me. Princess, I can't do that. You'll probably get mugged. I don't know. Uh-oh. I adjust my cloak, making sure my face is hidden from view. I never should have left the palace. As I walk around, I watch the people bumbling down the streets. So carefree. They work so hard for so little reward. They can work their entire lives and never have a fraction of what I have. And yet, they're all happy. Disgusting. Happiness. I heard Annie's lost her job at the palace. It's true. Crown Princess Lucette made sure the poor girl was fired. I stopped in my tracks and mentioned my name. Not again. Annie's? Was that the name of that one maid that tore Delora's dress? Oh, Delora the doll? If so, my decision to fire her was justified. Past may cannot be clumsy. Why should I tolerate poor performance? What did I do that was so wrong? I know that Annie's hardworking and big-hearted, very good with medicine. Shame she lost her job so quickly. You know how hard the Crown Princess is to please. My friend the past says she doesn't even smile, only goes around with that cold look on her face. That's probably why they call her the Ice Princess. I mean, that's a typical anime girl personality, Ice Princess, you know? Ice Princess? So all those times I heard the servants saying that, I'd always suspected they were talking about me. Time to fire them all. Get them all executed for spreading rumors. Kill them all. She's the complete opposite of our Princess Emmeline. That child's an angel. We all know she should be the Crown Princess. Annoyance because to simmer inside me. I cannot stand hearing anymore, so I walk away. Ever since Emmeline entered my life, I've always been compared to her. Now I've become second best. I'm Cinderella Breton, daughter of the King Gennaro Breton III, and the Crown Princess of the Kingdom of Angel. I am of royal blood. Well, I mean, considering actually this is pretty much, I feel like it's like late medieval, you know, even probably like Renaissance era, kind of like timeline, you know. And in real life, there's, you know, during that time, the middle class did took over the nobility, but maybe this is in you know, kind of like during the time where, you know, royal blood doesn't mean much in the face of the revolution, you know, viva la revolution. She's nothing. She's just a peasant. Let them eat cake. I just accidentally hit my thing. What's it called? Pop filter? Yeah, pop filter. Oh, there you are. Princess, you must come back with me. It's getting too late for you to remain outside. Princess? Are you alright? Are you hurt? I brush him off and turn away. No need to fuss. Let's return to the palace. Leaving the palace was physically and mentally draining. Yeah, the outside. Yeah. Screw the outside. Stay inside all day. My bed is welcoming to my unusually heavy body. I turn my head and meet Delora's glassy gaze from where she sits on my shelf. I left the palace today, Delora. It was the same as all those years ago. Everyone looked at me like I was crazy, you know, a crazy person talking to an inanimate object. I don't know. What have I ever done to deserve those looks? How can it be so hated? Ice Princess. How you say that? Actually, I forgot. Like, something Hime, you know, in Japanese. How you say ice in Japanese again? I forgot. Yuki? No, Yuki's snow. I don't know, I don't remember. Yuki Hime is kind of like Snow Princess, but that's not right. I wish Mother was here. I look at the smiling faces of my dolls. At least I still have all of you. I yawn and stretch my arms. Good night, Delora. Twinkle, 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 little star, how I wonder what you are. Singing, but who? Up, 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 the world is so high like a diamond in the sky. How's it go again? Twinkle, na 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 na, da 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 da. I should forget the melody. Anyway, I blink my eyes open only to see Delora sitting right in front of me on my bed. Moonlight spills across her delicate features. How I wonder what you are. Wasn't she on the shelf with all the other dolls when I went to bed? Laura? It's almost time. I pinch my cheeks to make sure I'm not dreaming. Does that ever work? I don't know. That's always the cliche, but when I'm dreaming, and if for whatever reason I might have like a lucid dream, though I never really had like a full-on lucid dream. Sometimes I recognize I'm in a dream. But anyway, I never really like remember to pinch my cheeks or anything, you know? I don't know. It's like, how can you remember to pinch your cheeks unless you're actually, I guess, not dreaming? But I guess that the act of even remembering to pinch your cheeks, I guess, proves that you're not dreaming. I don't know. It hurts. Itai. Only 10 minutes before the clock strikes 12. Oh, hey, Laura, you're like a real person. Hope you're ready, princess. What? My doll just turned into human. Huh? Daddy, who are you? You know who I am. I've been watching you since the day your father gave me to you. What is happening? I don't think I've ever been so confused in my life. All the answers will come with time. Right now I'm here to give you something, princess. Duh! Okay. Is this Cinderella's very own glass slipper? It's beautiful. Too beautiful. But then a realization begins to dawn upon me. Wait, you're a witch! Smart girl. I knew you'd figure that out eventually. Now it's time to say goodbye to your precious crown. What? Yeah. It's the midnight hour. Sweet dreams. Cinderella. Yeah, okay. Cinderella phenomenon. This is where it truly begins. Should probably say, I don't know. And I think that, yeah, I mean, obviously, there are going to be choices later on, you know, so let's make sure we have a bunch of saves, just in case. Hey, wake up, girl. Huh? Where am I? Ow, my head. You have some nerve sleeping in front of my shop, late before a customer sees you. I was in my room, now am I here? Did you not hear what I said, you filthy child? Filthy? You will speak to your crown princess in such a manner? If you're the crown princess, then I'm the queen. You must have been knocked on the head quite hard of such grand delusions. I'm not delusional. I'm Cinderella Breton, blood daughter of King Gennaro Breton III and the crown princess of Angel. Right. The king never had a daughter with that witch. She referred to mother. A witch. Was that derogatory, or was it actually maybe her mother was a witch? I don't know. Witch? Don't pretend to be stupid, girl. I can only stare at her puzzled. Our good king only has stepchildren, Princess Emmeline and Prince Rod, and you are most definitely neither of them. What? Now get gone before you go spouting your crazy gibberish at my customers and scare them away. This must be the curse. The fairy tale curse. Or maybe we were just crazy. You know, there's two theories. One is that a witch just cursed us and, you know, made everyone forget that we're the crown princess, and now Lucette has lost her identity. Or maybe she was just crazy the whole along. I don't know. And then again, it's kind of hard to like imagine like she was crazy. If she was crazy all along, and then what happens like between her birth to now, you know? She hit her head so hard that she just, you know, somehow thought she's a princess or something. I don't know. Maybe not. With a huff, she leads me to my own rapidly turning thoughts. I quickly realize I'm wearing tattered clothes, and that I do not even have shoes on. No. This cannot be happening. Something shines against my chest, and I reach up to grab it. This is... It all floods back. Laura being a witch. Cinderella's glass slipper. This is not a dream. Laura gave me the fairy tale curse. My hands begin to tremble. I must return to the palace and speak with the king. Let me in. I'm sorry, girl, but this place is off limits to uninvited guests. You do not understand. I'm Crown Princess Lucette Breton. I must speak with my father. As low as I am to call him, that I have to. No one will believe him if I'm addressing him by title. You best leave now nice and quiet before we have to force you, you crazy person. If you would only... Make way for the king. The gates swing open and 3 horses trot out. Soldiers ride 2 of the horses, while the last horse was a different familiar rider. Father! I immediately move to block the path with his horse. The soldiers move to hold me back. Your Majesty. Well, what is this? Your Majesty, this girl is claiming to be your daughter. Daughter? Both of my stepchildren are in the palace right now. What? Your father's part of this? Father, you must help me. A witch has cursed me. Once in your life, just once, help me. You must believe me. Tell me, where is your family, child? Why are you all alone? He looks at me with pity in his eyes. He's looking at me more kindly as a peasant than he ever did when I was a crown princess and his daughter. I recoil. You must be hungry. Take this. This should feed you and your family for a day or two. The kingdom offers work opportunities to those who need them. Please, let your parents know. I do not want your pity. Father, please escort this girl back to her home. Make sure she gets there safely. At once, Your Majesty. I watched as my father and his 2 guards ride away on their horses, leaving me to stand in their dust. They left me alone. Again. Where's your home, girl? There's nowhere left for me to go. Father has forgotten me. Leave me. Now look here, our orders were to leave me alone. Get GTFO. Alright, suit yourself. Can't say we didn't try, you weird, crazy girl. I'm causing more seas, old girl. Yeah. I watch with bleary eyes as the soldiers return to the palace. How can this be happening? I stare at the small pouch in my hands. I do not know what hurts more. The fact that I've just been unceremoniously paraded away from my home like I am nothing more than a piece of garbage, or the fact that my own father does not recognize me. Oh, look at that girl's hideous dress. How difficult it is to be poor. Peasants. I clutch the pouch closer to my chest as I run to the empty alley. I huddle into a corner, trying to become as small as possible. I squeeze my eyes shut, hoping that when I next open them, everything will be back to normal. A dream. No matter what happens, you must not leave the palace. Why? The world is cruel. People will only ever hurt you. But they are always so nice to me. That's only because you are the crown princess. They will only think of what they can take from you. What's that doll? I don't think that's Delora. I think that's a different doll, I guess. I'm trying to protect you, my love. That's why you must never leave the palace. Well, as it turns out, the day we left the palace is this when everything, goes awry. Everything goes wrong. Never leave Mother. I'm the only one who will ever love you so much. You understand? Only trust Mother. Everyone else will hurt you. I understand. Chapter 1. The Martian? Well, back to the beginning. When I open my eyes, I'm still on the streets. I must have fallen asleep. But the nightmare continues. I'm cold in my rags. I hold myself for warmth, willing some of the cold away, but fail. My feet are numb and in pain, caking in the dirt that I've gathered from walking barefoot around town. Well, there's a frightful sight. Vega probably thought she could try her luck with an ability to live around here. Oh, just look how ragged she looks. What are you looking at? At 2 women that lack the basic manners of noble upbringing. Silence, girl. You know who you're talking to. No, and I don't care. Nerve. Let's just go. There's no reason to stoop to a commoner's level. I will remember you. Once I break this curse, I'll make you regret your words. And execute you. Under the guillotine, I become acutely aware of the fact that I've not eaten anything for almost a day. I've been sitting here, thinking of a new mess that is my life. But moping around will not break my curse. Crying will not help either. Well, the first thing we do is probably try to find a job. Hopefully maybe find some kind of shop and say, hey, we'll work here. But can we also live here too? We don't know where to go. I should find that witch first, but how? I have no idea where she is. Laura, I swear I will make you regret doing this to me. When I find you, I will find food first. Is this all the king thinks I'm worth? Leave, girl. A dirty peasant like you has no place in this restaurant. But why? I can pay. Find another place. You're scaring away my customers. Am I not a customer? Shoo! There's nothing for you here. You swatted me away like a fly. The nerve! Gotta get new clothes, I guess. Gotta bathe as well. I don't know. Probably bathing is not really a thing for commoners, really. Even the middle class probably doesn't have a bath every day. Maybe just occasionally. Really, only the nobility have access to running water and everything. I don't know, actually. I don't know. It depends on how modern it is. Maybe we do have running water. We have plumbing, maybe. I don't know. I actually don't know. When was plumbing invented? I have no idea. I do know there were aqueducts, at least. Aqueducts. Kind of like a primitive form of plumbing. But again, only really Really, only the nobility and the rich have access to that sort of thing, you know, every day at least. Sensing that this will get me nowhere, I ball my hands into fists and walk away. I get the same treatment in the next 3 restaurants I try. I'm treated as something less than dirt, like my money has no real value. I'm a crown princess. You have no right to turn me away like this. I've been eating stale bread, anything to keep the hunger at bay. Bread barely helps. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a small bakery. There are croissants on display that make my mouth water. Slowly, I begin to make my way over there. Ow. My feet ache with every step. They look and feel even worse than before. If only I had enough coins for a pair of shoes. But food is more important. If the rags I'm wearing and the pouch of money are all that I have, then I need to prioritize. And I will die before I beg. Well, 2 croissants. You need to pay, girl. There are no free handouts here. I take a coin from my pouch and hand it to her. It should be more than enough. The shop owner stares at the coin before reluctantly taking it. He hands me 2 croissants in a paper bag. I would not ask where you got those coins. Were you implying that I stole them? How else would a beggar like you get that amount of coin? I'll be off with you, child. I won't have you scaring away any other customers. Without another word, I turn and start to walk away from the woman. So this is the goodness of the people of Angel. Yeah, ironic. I take a bite out of one of the croissants, cringing a little at the dryness. Hey, girl. Now. I saw you at the shop. Want to share how you got your coins there? Excuse me? Look at her, brushing us off like she's royalty or something. Let me go. You ain't no better than us. I'll be a good girl and hand over that pouch, huh? Well, I guess we'll just get mugged. Oh well. The man on my left grabs on my pouch and attempts to yank it away from me. I will not let these brutes take anything from me. I elbow the man in my stomach and aim a kick at the other man's shin. I have an opening and I take it. Oh, what? I pull myself free and begin to run as fast as I can. Hey! Where do I go? I'm not familiar with the streets at all. It's highly likely I'm gonna hit a dead end. Where should I go? Left or right? I wonder, did we just die? Did we go the wrong direction? I don't know. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Because this is kind of like a... At least if it's your first time playing, how do you know which one's the right decision? I don't know. Let's go right. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Hey, this way. You're... Know the time to talk, princess. How do you know who I am? There's another one. Stop running, you two. Come on. Boy grabs my wrist and pulls me after him. He tucks off with a sudden burst of speed, and I'm running even faster than I just was. I'm not entirely convinced following him is a good idea, but at least the boy seems to have a better sense of direction than me. Okay, he was the magician, I guess. You know, maybe he's a witch. You know, actually, when you think about it. Everyone's affected by the magic, but I guess other witches might not be. Oh. A running causes rocks on the pathway to come loose, and before I notice them in my path, I step down hard on them. A sharp pain shoots into my foot and I collapse to the ground. It hurts. Princess. I try to stand, but the pain in my feet is unbearable. I fall back down into the dirt with a gasp. I can't. Got you now. Just hand over your coins and neither of you will get hurt. You know the guy on the left? Man B kind of reminds me of the main character in Persona 4. You know, his hair, his gray hair, his hairstyle. I guess he's evil, you know, he turned evil in this one. And he also has no eyes. Anyway, I won't let you touch her. Says the little boy. Well. What is this ghastly sight before me? 2 adults threatening a child and a lady. How very ungentlemanly. What are the likes of you do around this neighborhood? You ask and get fleeced? Asking? Perhaps I'm in the mood for a scuffle. A rapier. No man branches his sword, his expression confident, and maybe even cocky. Show me what you got, sirs. And please, don't bore me. Who are these people? I ain't dealing this for the money. He's got a sword. What? Come back here, you coward. The 2 of us can take him. I think your friend has the right idea. I'm not the type to show mercy. This is way too much for a little gold. You're late. Oh, sorry, kid. You know how hard it is for me to be invisible around here. Wait, what did you just call me? At ease, small one. These 2 know each other. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I feel ill. My head is pounding, my feet feel simultaneously like they are frozen and on fire. My stomach rumbles and the hunger coming back with a vengeance. My body feels light. Hey, princess! Princess! Oh, calm down. Parfait will be able to help her. But for now, we need to move before anyone else sees us. Yeah. You've made the right choice. Okay, the crystal indicates that you have made the right choice for a particular love interest. Each color corresponds to a certain love interest. They also appear belatedly after making a choice, so keep your eyes and ears open. Okay, this is part of the, I guess, the game. They kind of show you which path you're on. That's the crystal. Interesting. Is there any... it disappears. I don't know what that means, though. Is it green crystal? Made the right choice. I wonder what happens if, well, I wonder what happens if we go a different way, in that case. I'm interested. My fate stay night senses are tingling. What happens if we go left or go right? Actually, what happened? What did I pick up first time? I think I went right, right? How, did I go left? Can't remember now. I think I went right last time, right? I cannot let the pain in my feet or my exhaustion stop me. If I stop now, they will definitely catch me, and taking my coins might not be the worst thing they do. A dead end. Nowhere left to run now, girl. What'd I do? Oh, who are you, gentlemen? This is definitely not how you treat a lady. Huh? Who's there? A shadow looms above us. Okay. So he appears anyway, yeah. Before I can pick a person that's jumped down in front of me, his body acts as a barrier between the two men and me. Okay, so this time we don't have the boy with us, I guess. Who are you? Oh, me? Just a passing gentleman concerned about a damsel in distress. He turns to the man, his expression calm, his eyes flashing dangerously. Now, shall I teach you gentlemen a lesson? He's got a sword. Welcome back here, you coward. No mercy. Too much trouble for a little gold. Are you right, my lady? Well, you found her. Bought him yesterday? A little slow, aren't you, kid? Don't call me that. Know each other, what's going on? I feel my head's pounding. Okay. Okay, that's red. Interesting. So I guess you just different, I guess, you know, different like little paths you take that changes your relationship with people. I don't know. Let's go back to this one though. This is just the original choice. I'll explore those other routes later. I believe there's actually a certain order you want to go through the routes. Routes? I don't know. You choose different boys, basically, and the order of the boys you choose actually matter, I think. It does, like, at least for the best experience. At least on the story page, that's what it says. So, I don't know. I'll explore I'll explore that kind of decision thing later on, I guess. But anyway, don't worry, you're safe now. Everything is fading.